Andromeda Paradox, when now splits the universe. Imagine two people standing on the same street. They walk past each other in opposite directions. Each thinks about an event happening in a distant galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy, 2 million light-years away. Remarkably, because of how motion affects time, one of those people would say the event is happening right now, while the other would say it will happen in the future. This strange idea is called the Andromeda Paradox. It shows that what we call now, the present moment, is not the same for every observer. Today on Dreamworld Vision, we'll gently explore this cosmic mind-bender. We'll break it into simple steps: what simultaneity means, the small motion that changes what's now, how this stretches to cosmic scales like Andromeda, and why this idea shakes our everyday sense of reality. Begin with a simple idea. When you and a friend say now, do you mean the same slice of time? In everyday life, we assume yes. But in Einstein's special relativity, simultaneity, whether two distant events happen at the same time, depends on the observer's motion. Think of time and space as forming a single fabric, space-time. When you move, your slice of that fabric, your plane of simultaneity, tips slightly. Tilt it one way, and some distant events move earlier in your now. Tilt it the other way, and those events move later. A tiny tilt for you. But across cosmic distances, tiny tilts shift entire events from future into now. Now the thought experiment. Two people walking on a London street. One walks east, the other west. Both are close to each other, but moving in opposite directions. A messenger in the Andromeda Galaxy might begin an invasion fleet at some moment. One pedestrian's plane of simultaneity slices through space-time so that the invasion is now. The other pedestrian's different slice places the invasion in the future. So which is correct? Both are correct for their own frames of reference. There is no single universal now that everyone shares. Einstein showed that the speed of light is the same for all observers. To keep that true, time and space must adjust. They mix. That mixing means observers in relative motion disagree about simultaneity. You do not need large speeds to create disagreement. Even a normal walking pace can create different nows if the distance to the event is huge, like the Andromeda Galaxy. So, the paradox is not a failure of relativity. It's a surprising consequence. Picture a long loaf of bread. This is space-time. Each slice across the loaf is one observer's now. If you tilt your knife a little, you pick a different slice of the loaf. Across a 2 million light-year loaf, a small tilt picks a totally different interior. This is easier to see with diagrams, but even in words, the point holds. Your motion changes which events are included in your present. This is where the Andromeda Paradox gets philosophical. If what's now depends on motion, then a lot of events that exist for one person may not yet exist for another. Some thinkers point to the block universe, the idea that past, present, and future all exist equally, like a finished book. In that view, the difference between observers is simply which page they are pointing at. Others resist the block view, insisting that the future is open and not yet real. If that's right, then relativity's relativity of simultaneity becomes troubling. How can different observers disagree about whether something already exists? Most physicists avoid metaphysical pronouncements and treat relativity as a rule about measurements and coordinates, not about whether the future is real. But the paradox forces us to ask deep questions about time itself. Before imagination runs wild, the Andromeda Paradox doesn't allow faster-than-light messages, time travel, or practical contradictions. Observers disagree about now, but they always agree on causality. What can influence what? If event A can cause event B, all observers will agree on their causal order. So the paradox is dramatic philosophically, but it does not let us send messages into the past or change facts. Some people wonder whether quantum mechanics changes this story. Quantum entanglement creates spooky correlations at a distance, but it still does not violate relativity's causal order. Different interpretations of quantum mechanics, like the many worlds interpretation, can pair interestingly with the block universe idea, but they don't resolve the Andromeda paradox. They simply reframe what exists and how observers pick slices through space-time. We can say, relativity constrains how we assign simultaneity. Quantum theory changes what we mean by outcomes, but they don't magically restore a single universal now. So how should we feel about the Andromeda paradox? First, it humbles us. Our intuitive sense that now is universal comes from our tiny local experience. At cosmic scales, the universe refuses to agree. Second, it deepens mystery. Whether the future is fixed or open is partly metaphysical and partly physical, and the paradox sits at that intersection. Finally, it's beautiful. A small walk down a street changes the slice of reality you call now, and across galaxies, entire events move in or out of existence for you. Let's recap. Einstein's relativity mixes space and time. Observers in relative motion disagree about simultaneity. The Andromeda paradox magnifies that difference across 2 million light-years. It does not let us change causality or travel back in time, but it challenges our notion of a universal now. Maybe the strongest takeaway is this: time is stranger than we feel. Our everyday life runs on a reliable local now, but when we step back, the universe's geometry forces us to choose which slice of reality we experience. That choice depends on motion, even the tiny motion of walking, and that's wonderfully odd. If you enjoyed this gentle dive into time and relativity, you'll love our next videos on the block universe, causality, and quantum interpretations. If this video opened your mind even a little, please like, subscribe, and press the bell so DreamWorld Vision can bring you more journeys into science and philosophy. Until next time, keep wondering, keep asking the big questions. Good night from DreamWorld Vision.